In the turbulent tapestry of Roman history, stitched with the threads of conquest, intrigue, and opulence, the figure of Gaius Julius Verus Maximinus, commonly known as Maximinus Thrax, stands as a striking anomaly. Ascending to the imperial throne in a maelstrom of violence and chaos in 235 AD, Maximinus, a man of barbaric Thracian origin and colossal stature, defied the entrenched elitism of Roman society. His reign, though marred by relentless military campaigns and profound distrust toward the aristocracy, offers an unparalleled perspective on the complexities and contradictions of imperial leadership in ancient Rome. This examination of his life not only delves into his unprecedented rise to power, but also explores the broader implications of his governance during the tumultuous 3rd century crisis. Born around 173 AD in the rustic landscapes of Thrace, a region renowned for its fierce warriors, Maximinus Thrax would seem an improbable candidate for the Roman purple. His early life, shrouded in the mists of peasant obscurity, starkly contrasts with the refined upbringings typical of Roman emperors. It wasn't until his robust physical prowess caught the attention of Emperor Septimius Severus that his meteoric rise in the Roman legions began. Thrax's reputation as a formidable fighter, particularly during wars in Germany and Britain, laid the foundations for his unlikely ascent. Maximinus's journey from a lowly soldier to emperor was punctuated by his stark disregard for the Roman aristocracy, whose members he often viewed with suspicion and contempt. His ascension to power in 235 AD, following the murder of Emperor Alexander Severus, marked a significant departure from the previous patterns of succession. For the first time, the Roman Empire was led by a so-called barbarian, an emperor with no connections to the senatorial class or the traditional power bases of Rome. In his rapid climb to the apex of Roman politics, Maximinus Thrax's rule would soon challenge the structural integrity of the empire. The initial enthusiasm that greeted his reign, particularly among the military, gradually metamorphosed into widespread discontent as his tactical harshness became more pronounced. His disregard for the delicate balances within Roman politics sowed the seeds of numerous conspiracies and revolts that would later plague his tenure. Military might was the cornerstone of Maximinus's rule. His reign commenced amidst the clamor of battlefields, presiding over what would be one of the most militarized periods in Rome's 3rd century history. Known for his personal participation in military campaigns, an unusual practice for emperors, Maximinus led from the front, believing his presence would both inspire the troops and deter the enemies. A notable aspect of his military policy was an increased focus on the Germanic frontiers, where he engaged in relentless campaigns aimed at securing Roman borders and subduing the restless Germanic tribes. His tactical acumen, though effective in several significant battles, failed to translate into lasting peace or stability, laying bare the limitations of a purely militaristic approach to governance. Apart from his military endeavors, Maximinus faced Herculean administrative challenges. His reign coincided with severe economic strains, exacerbated by his extensive military expenditures. To finance his campaigns, he heavily taxed the provinces, which only served to alienate the local elites and populace, estranging particularly the influential city dwellers of Rome who rarely saw the emperor. His administrative approach, characterized by an apparent disdain for civil governance and a preference for military methods, did little to contain the growing discontent among the provinces. By focusing predominantly on military solutions to political problems, Maximinus inadvertently catalyzed the fragmentation of the empire. This military focus, coupled with his ruthless suppression of dissent, painted his governance in stark, tyrannical hues, significantly deviating from the nuanced leadership exhibited by some of his predecessors. The precipitous decline of Maximinus's power culminated in a widespread rebellion led by the governors of Africa and Hispania in 238 AD, a year famously marked in Roman chronicles as the Year of the Six Emperors. His eventual downfall and assassination near Aquileia by his own troops, who became increasingly disenchanted with his leadership, starkly mirrored the violent, chaotic circumstances that had first hoisted him to power. In conclusion, the reign of Maximinus Thrax illustrates the volatile dynamics of power in the Roman Empire, highlighting both the possibilities and perils of imperial authority when wielded by an outsider to traditional Roman political culture. His tenure, a profound deviation from the aristocratic norm, underscores the complex interplay between military might and civil governance during one of the most tumultuous periods in Roman history. Maximinus's story is not just one of a rise and fall, but a poignant reflection on the limits of power and the immutable pursuit of stability in an ever-changing world.